What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the PlayStation 4 Road to Glory. Today we've got the remainder of the FUT Champs games. If you guys want to know what the deal is with the PS4 Road to Glory right now, go back, watch yesterday's video. The first sort of 30 to 45 seconds I explain why, first of all, this video wasn't out yesterday, and second of all, why there might not be a PS4 Road to Glory tomorrow or Wednesday, which sucks because I wanted to obviously give you guys a lot of content. I wanted to show you where we could go, how far we could get in this series, but I'm just having some technical difficulties with the Elgato right now. They've sent me a new one. As soon as it gets here, I'll plug it in my PC, straight back into recording. Guys, thank you so much for the support on the channel recently. You guys are just smashing it. You're smashing the thumbs up, you're smashing the views, you're smashing the subs. You know, this PlayStation 4 Road to Glory is getting around 70,000 views an episode. I couldn't ask for more than that. It's more than anyone deserves. That's a lot of views, a lot of viewership. So thank you guys so much for the continued support on the channel. I really, really do appreciate it. This video, there are some parts of this video, there's no audio in this video again, as explained in yesterday's video and the day before's video, so it's just going to be like a copyright-free backing track underneath it with like a little bit of audio there, so you can actually hear something and it's not just my voice. And some of the gameplay is a little bit slow. It's not quite the speed as it should be, and that's just because of the way it was recorded. The reason why this didn't come out yesterday is because it took me so much longer to edit it. I removed so much of the choppiness. You know, I was using like the tools within Vegas to try and get the speed of the clips right. It just took me a hell of a lot longer to edit this than normal, and it's still not perfect. And I don't like giving you guys less than perfect videos by my standards, but unfortunately today there's just no other alternative for me to be able to show you this this stuff right here. We have got some comments though from the last couple of videos. Rian Brennan says, do you think the walkout animation is too much? I tell you what, I like it, Rian, but I think it will get very, very boring very, very quickly. It is a lot, isn't it? It is a lot. And one thing that was intriguing to me is that it might have just been for the promo, but there was a clip that EA released, or that Dele Alli released, because he's an ambassador for FIFA now, where he got a walkout animation for being an 84 rated inform. Now that could mean that all informs are walkouts, or that maybe the threshold is no longer 87 or 88 and higher, maybe now the threshold is 84 and higher, or it could be a combination of both, and that would be horrific. If every walkout was if every inform was a walkout, if 84 rated plus cards were walkouts, that might be pretty tough to get happy about, because you'll start getting super sitch as a walkout, and that won't be fun. So we'll have to see how it goes, man. But let's not be negative about FIFA, right? I'm mad happy about the game, what they've released so far, the information. I'm excited for FIFA 18. I think it's going to be a good year. Osin Makui says, if EA release Lukaku's Player of the Month again, do you think it will be a Man United card? No, it will still be an Everton card, dude. Harry Lee says, hi Nep, I apologise if you've already explained this, but I don't understand why I match up against elite or top 100 players all the time in FUT Champs when I'm a Gold 3 player. I thought it could be that I always start well, and usually after 10 games I'm predicted Elite 1. However, after that I only play people better than me. Could you possibly explain how this works? Thanks in advance, Nepo. Well, Harry Lee, we don't know specifically how matchmaking works, and I think this is a big problem within the game right now, which is why, again, the ELO system that I explained yesterday would be so much more beneficial to players, because then they'd understand if they lost because they were outplayed or played, you know, someone above their level, or if they lost because they let themselves down, or, you know, if you lose to somebody who's trash, maybe they're not as good as they think they are. But right now, the only thing that we know for sure is that matchmaking is based on success. We don't know if that's success over the last hour, the last day, the last week, the last month, the last year. We don't know if that's success based over only this weekend league or including of the month's weekend leagues. We don't know if that's based over a 5-game period or a 10-game period. We don't know what that success is for matchmaking. The problem with it is, and the reason why a lot of bad players come up against players far better than them, is that there is only a certain pool of players, and EA prioritise above all else speed of game. You know, when you hit search, you immediately find a game. You can't possibly find someone who's perfectly matched up against you when they focus on speed of game instead of connection and ability for the players. So it seems like, for me, the parameters are finding a game first, then finding a good connection, then finding a fair game. So it's very easy for someone who's not so good at the game to come up against someone really good at the game, and it's also as equally easy for someone who's really good at the game to consistently come up against people who are worse, because there's not many people on that top level, on that top 100 level. There's not enough people, and they're you know, where you got to think the amount of times that they play, the time that they play, the fact that there's only 40 games. You know, if 99 of the best players in the world have already finished all their 40 games, the 100th best player in the world can only possibly face people that are worse than him. So somebody's got to play against him, you know what I mean? And so that's why I don't think that the current structure is a workable structure for long-term esports in FIFA. It just doesn't work very well. And I hope EA address that for next year. Scott Burton said, watch this while trying to snipe Vitesse players, still haven't got one. That sucks, dude. And he was talking about the VOD from yesterday. That sucks, bro. One thing that I've mentioned before, and I'll mention again, what I'd love to see in FIFA is a token system. They have it in FIFA Mobile. I would love to see it in FIFA Ultimate Team. And what a token system would be that there would be ways to earn the tokens and things to use the tokens on. The ways to earn the tokens would be through packs. So you would have four divisions of tokens: bronze, silver, gold, and elite. 4 tokens of those levels, right? And you could either earn those tokens through packs. So you open bronze packs, you know, maybe as rare as draft tokens, maybe as rare as squad fitness cards, maybe as rare as informs, somewhere along that kind of line. You know, every sort of 10th or 15th pack, you'll pack another token, right? Not a draft token, but just a token. And in bronze packs, you can earn bronze tokens and silver tokens, because obviously the way the packs work, in bronze packs you can get silver items. So you could get silver tokens from bronze packs, and in silver packs you get primarily silver tokens, but you might get the odd bronze or the odd gold. In gold packs you'd get primarily gold tokens. You might get the odd silver or the odd elite, and then the only way to get elite packs would either be randomly in gold packs or through SBCs and games. So right now there is nothing in division rewards. So why not give token packs every time you win a division? You win Division 10, you get a 3 token pack, random tokens, could be bronze, silver, gold, or elite. You win Division 9, you get 4 token pack. You win Division 1, you get a 10 token pack. Guaranteed 5 gold tokens, so you get 5 golds and 5 randoms. Something like this. And you're probably thinking, what does this even mean? This doesn't make sense. Why would you need the tokens? Well, the things you could do with the tokens, first of all, is you could upgrade the tokens. So you could create bronze tokens, you could generate into a silver token. Silver tokens you could generate to a gold token. Gold tokens you could generate to an elite token. So say 10 bronze tokens will generate you 1 silver token. 10 silver tokens will generate you 1 gold token. 10 gold tokens will generate you 1 elite token. And then you can use the tokens in SBCs instead of players. So in the case of Scott Burton, who just cannot get a Vitesse player, I'd say a Vitesse, like for EA, it might be a case where a bronze token is enough to put in the Vitesse player spot to mark off that thing on the list. Because if you can't find an item on the market, EA need to do something to allow, like, people literally cannot complete these SBCs because there are no Vitesse players on the market. And that's not okay. And so by way of a token system where you can use the tokens as a wild card in the SBCs, EA can just literally have, right now it's like 1 Vitesse player, 1 of this player, and then this team. And instead of saying 1 Vitesse player and 1, I can't remember the other team, right, Feyenoord player, it could have 1 Vitesse player / bronze token, or 1 Feyenoord player / silver token. So if you didn't have a Feyenoord or a Vitesse player, but you did have a bronze and a silver token, you could just put those in instead, and then they would get maybe dead chemistry links, maybe soft chemistry links. So they just get a soft chemistry link to everyone, and it would work like that. And that way, when people were like, oh, it'd be so easy to get the top tier stuff. Well, not really, because you're trading in 10 bronzes for a silver and 10 silvers for a gold. So it's costing you 100 bronze tokens to get 1 gold token and 1,000 bronze tokens to get 1 elite token. So it's an expensive trade up, but instead of like right now, you remember when even like Zlatan Ibrahimovic went extinct for a while to get the player of the month Ibra? Why not like either 1 times Zlatan Ibrahimovic or 5 times elite tokens, right? And make the elite tokens and make all the tokens in general untradeable. So you can literally only get them from playing games in divisions or opening packs. And that's it. and you can't buy them off the market, you can't sell them on the market, so it's just a win for EA to implement a token system to stop things like this happening, which is just pretty poor all in all. Lewis says, hey Nep, wondering, with the addition of squad battles in FIFA 18, do you think the offline no-loss glitch will be removed as it will make the whole mode useless? Very interesting, very interesting. If you guys don't know, since as early as FIFA 11, there has been a no-loss glitch offline in gameplay where basically, if you're playing the AI, at any point in the game, as long as it's already kicked off, you could just dashboard, quit FIFA, go back in, you won't get a loss on your record, and you'll still be in the same point of time you were in before. So if you're playing an offline draft on the best difficulty and you're losing 2-0 in the final to the AI in the 80th minute and you're like, damn, I know I'm not going to get back into this, you can dashboard quit. When you go back into the draft, you're still in the final of the draft. It's been a bug in the game that's been around for ages that people have been using in tournaments and people can use in draft and in divisions and stuff. And yeah, if it's still in the game during FIFA 18, everybody in squad battles will be able to get the top 100 rank all the time, and that will be pretty useless. So I do hope EA remove it. It will mean getting loyalty will be far more difficult, or will be an abuse to your record. You know, you could easily just go into a game, pause it, quit. You can add 10 losses to your record, but it'll be a quicker method of doing it. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I hope they remove it, dude, because as you say, what would be the point of having a squad battles challenge mode where gaining points is important to whether or not you get a good reward or not, and you could just essentially cheat your way there? It would be pretty poor. Jordan Wilson says the whole ladder system already exists in FIFA. It's called Divisions. Actually, Divisions is not a ladder system as what you think. I can't remember exactly who it was. It was someone on Reddit. They did a test, and even in divisions, you play based on skill, not based on the division you're in. It's not like I'm Division 1, so I only play Division 1 players. I play on people around my level. And because EA once again prioritized matchmaking based on time and efficiency rather than skill level, I'm a high skill player. Okay, I'm not top level player, but I am a high skill player. So if you think of like a bar of 100%, let's say I'm up at the 90% mark, 100 being the best, 0 being the worst, I'm up at 90%. That means when it finds a game for me, the likelihood is that I won't find a player that's in the top 10% because it's so few compared to so many down in the bottom 90%. So the likelihood is when it finds me a game, it might just find me a game here down at 60% mark. And that might be a guy that's in Division 5. So I could be in Division 1 playing against a guy in Division 5 because the game prioritised speed of game rather than accuracy in matchmaking. And it's why so many times, sometimes I'll literally walk Division 1. I went on my Road to Glory, the other Road to Glory, the Xbox Road to Glory. I won 24 games in a row in Division 1, 3 consecutive 800 Division 1 titles, and then I got relegated the next season. And that's just because I just, the season I got relegated, I matched up against one pro player and 2 top 100 caliber players in Division 1, and of course lost all 3 of those games. And it's literally just luck of the draw. So the ladder system is not what you think it is in divisions, because in divisions you can lose, and you do go down. Like you say, I understand where you're coming from. You know, you lose, you go down, you win, you go up. But it doesn't have a prize structure quite like FUT Champs, and it doesn't have matchmaking quite like FUT Champs either. So yeah, I don't know. I get what you're saying. I do see where you're coming from. But yes, it's not quite the thing that I described yesterday in the video. And last but not least, Daniel Bell says, the weird thing is I remember that Dr. Jabba is the only top 100 player I played all year. I lost 1-0 and I had to sweat my balls off for it. People don't understand that the difference between the pro players and the average player, but when you play a top player, you will instantly realise as you'll never touch the ball. And this is something that's hugely important and something that people don't realise. The pro players specifically, not top 100 players, because I've beaten a couple of pro players in my time, but more often than not, I've lost to the pro players when I've played them in FUT Champs. But I've got probably a positive record against top 100 players. The pro players are so good that the difference between a pro player and an Elite 1 player is basically the same as the difference between an Elite 1 player and a Bronze 1 player. Like, the gap is so vast between them because those pros are just so good. the only way you could get better is learning from your mistakes, playing against someone that you know is better than you. Because in FIFA, sometimes, because you don't know if a player is better than you or not, you don't know if the game screwed you, if you screwed you, or if your opponent screwed you, right? So how can you really learn and grow when you're not really understanding what's going wrong in the first place? But when you know you're playing against someone above your level, you can take things, what they do that's effective, and implement it into your game. So next year for me in FIFA 18, I'm going to play a lot of FIFA against Dr. Jabba, and I'm going to hopefully sharpen my skill set that will take me, if not up to top 100 level, because maybe I just don't have it in me to be a top 100 player, hopefully at least up to a every weekend elite player, no matter what, and potentially a lot more elite ones. Because I think this year, I finished elite about 25 times. Every time I tried and played all 40 games, I didn't finish elite only 4 times out of that. Sometimes I stopped trying, sometimes I didn't play on my games, but every time I tried to get to elite and played all 40 games, most of the time I got to elite. I want that to be a next year, I want that to be a situation where every time I try my hardest on the 40 games, I get elite 1. That's what I want to aim for next year. And the only way for me to do that is to sharpen my skill sets against the best players in the game. And so hopefully Dr. Jabba is going to be that guy for me. Hopefully it will generate a lot of exposure for him. Not that he needs it. He's already very, very popular and very successful on the Twitch field. But that is where it's at. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. We finish our FUT Champs 5 and 2. No more gameplay for obvious reasons. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.